Welcome back to a Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt video. This is Carnival Petting Zoo Clue 4. So let's go through our inventory. I've already taken everything out of the bag and we can go through it together and then we'll get started. So you should have, of your small triangles, 8 fabric A, 8 fabric B, 14 fabric C, and 6 fabric E. You should have 2 sets of small rectangles, 2 fabric A, 2 fabric B. You're going to have 1 set of large A triangles. There's going to be 2 of those. 2 long rectangles of fabric A. 2 squares of fabric F. And 2 squares of fabric B. If you don't have that, reach out to Cotton Cuts and they should be able to fix your clue and send you more fabric. Otherwise, we're going to get started. I'm going to pull everything I need to make 1 block of each. Again, we are making 2 blocks in this clue. So I'm going to pull everything I need and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to get started with section 4A, step 1. You're going to pull 4 A triangles, small A triangles, 2 for 1.1, 2 for 1.2, and then you're going to pull 2E and 2C. I'm only making 1 of each because that's all I need to make 1 block, and so let's get started. Remember, be consistent with your 1/4 inch seam. Everything will be fine. Just try not to pull or yank on the fabric in any, significant direction. I have done this video back to back with clues 2 and 3, so there's not going to be a whole lot. Any feedback you've left in any of the previous videos won't be seen until we get to clue 5. But don't let that stop you. Okay, so we're going to press 1.1 towards fabric A. And then we're going to press 1.2 towards fabric A as well. And if at any point I'm going too fast, feel free to pause the video so that you can catch up. All right, for step 2, we're going to take the 2 sets of half square triangles and you're going to join them. E is going to be on the left, C is going to be on the right, and then grab 2 fabric B squares and you're going to place that to the right. And sew that to the right of the A and C half square triangle. I try not to talk too fast, but sometimes I can tell that I am because I get kind of out of breath. And I'm like, oh no, why am I out of breath? Okay, we are going to press towards fabric C, which would be to the right. All right, and now we're going to take fabric B, place that on the right side, and then we're going to sew that to the right. And then we're going to also press this in towards our half square triangle. Okay, so that's what you should have for step 2. For step 3, put that out of the way. For step 3, you're going to take your 2 large triangles, fabric A, and you're going to take 2 fabric C, 2 fabric B. You're going to make 2 of these units. B should be on the right, C should be on the left, and we're going to press up, making a flying geese block. It always sounds weird to say a flying geese block instead of like a goose, because we're making a singular one. Again, we're pressing this out towards the smaller triangle, this seam. You can really do these, you can really do either side first. It doesn't matter. I tend to do the right side first, but if you're more comfortable doing the left side first, that's completely up to you. All right, let's press this one out. All right, so that's the block you should have. Should be a flying geese block. And then you're going to take the 2 fabric F squares and you're going to place that to the right of this block as well. So your fabric F should be matching up with your fabric B small triangle, and make 2 of these. All right, so we are pressing this one towards fabric B. Okay, that's step 4. Set that aside. Okay, so step 5. Grab your 2 long rectangles fabric A and your 2 long rectangles of fabric B, and you're going to sew B to the right of fabric A. Make 2 of these. Okay, we're going to press towards fabric B. Lots of steam coming off that iron. All right. So now we're going to put these 3 units together. So we're going to take our flying geese from step 4 and place that on top of the unit we just made in step 5. And you're going to grab the unit we made in step 2 and place that on the bottom. So it kind of looks like, it's an arrow, but it kind of looks like a house. And your fabric B, your small rectangle should be on top of your fabric B square. So let's get started. And all of these seams right here should nest. So they should lock into place for you. Okay. I know I'm being a little bit silent during this. Just trying to make sure that my seam allowance stays consistent. I think I may have been a little short on part of that, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to press in towards this small rectangle. Or we're going to press in towards the rectangles. Okay, so then we're going to take the unit we made in step 2, and we're going to flip that and place it onto the bottom. Again, nest your seams. They'll lock in very nicely. Be consistent with your seams and everything will go just fine, I promise. I keep saying that, but it's happened to me where I haven't been consistent. And I think I saw in the Facebook group, or maybe it was on Instagram, I think Kim was talking about, like, don't switch your machine in the middle of, of a clue. That's accurate. So Betty is going to stay in my office for all of the clues because that's who we're using. And we're just, making sure that, I mean, every quarter inches don't change, but sometimes, I don't know, I feel like if I switch machines, something always goes awry. Okay, that's the unit for step 6. We're going to set that aside. We've got one more set of things to do for this block, and then we can move on to 4B. All right, so set that aside. You're going to make 2 of each. So fabric E and fabric C triangles. Fabric C and fabric B triangles. You're going to make 2 of these and 2 of these. Sew down, we're making half square triangles. Story of our lives. But I don't truly have to work like with cutting anything on the bias. As long as you use a 1/4 inch seam, things are going to work out. You don't have to really cut anything. It's perfect. Or as close to perfect. And this is chain piecing where I go back to back. So if that's not something you've done in the past, I find that when I'm sewing a bunch of stuff at once, chain piecing really just kind of saves me time. And then I can cut it all off, iron it all at once. Okay, oops, sorry about that. We're pressing toward the 7.1 block. We're pressing towards C. And then 7.2, we're pressing, oh no, I grabbed the wrong fabric. So it's C and A. Whoops. And it's a good thing I noticed that now. All right, so we're going to do these two. Oh my goodness, I ran out of bobbin. That's okay. I have some bobbin right here. I was wondering when I was going to run out of bobbin thread. I don't mind using mismatched thread at all. We're really not going to see it, so. All right, now that we have the correct fabrics, we're pressing towards A for 7.2. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're going to take 7.1, E is pointed up, the right angle of E is upper left, C is bottom right, and we're going to match our fabric C fabrics together. The right angle for the 7.2 block should be, C should be upper left. And then you're going to take small rectangle fabric A to the bottom. All right. Pressing this seam up towards fabric E. All right, and then you want your fabric A on the bottom where fabric A is in your half square triangle. Making sure my seam for my half square triangle is still facing the correct way. It felt like it was trying to shift on me. There is no direction that you have to press fabric A in. I'm going to press it down. Okay, so we're going to take this unit, set it over to the left with our A rectangle on the bottom. And we're going to bring over our unit we made in step 6, place that to the right. So these seams should match. They should be nested. We're just going to flip this over and we're going to sew it. Oop. Okay, so you should have 2 of these completed blocks. We're pressing towards our smaller unit. Okay. Definitely don't feel bad about using any steam if you need to. Just remember not to tug, like pull or yank on your fabrics. Um, you can always, you know, go from the back if you need to make sure that the seam is laying flat. Okay, that is 4A. And you will have 2 of those. All right, section 4B seems very similar to section 3B. I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so we're going to take another. You need 2 of these, C and E. You're going to need 4 of these. A and C. And then you're going to need, so 4 of these, if I didn't say that. 2 of these, A and B. And we're just going to make half square triangles. This is step 1 for section 4B. If you need to take a break, take a break. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on. You can always pause the video anytime you need to take a pee break or a water break. Okay. I love chain piecing. This makes it go by so quick. If you're not on board with this or if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. Don't be afraid. I used to put so much thread and so much space in between my blocks. But I've gotten comfortable with it. And for me, there is no better way. All right. So 1.1 C and E, we're pressing towards E. Okay. So then we've got, did I do that wrong again? I did do that wrong. This shows me that I have been recording for too long tonight. Too many blocks. So little time. Yeah, so we've got A and B. That's correct. B and C. Not doing this live, so I don't have anybody to correct me. And it's wonderful because I literally have the clue or the legend right in front of me. It's because I get distracted. I am watching my friend stream, and when I was pulling the fabrics initially, I got distracted. I had to type in chat, so it's fine though. It's a quick fix. Thank goodness I'm only doing one, right? One block. Okay, so we're going to take our our 4 fabric B and C half square triangles, and you're going to press towards B. Rachel, the hot mess express up in here. It's fine. Okay, And then we're going to take our last set of A and B, and you're going to press towards A. Okay, so C, all right. A and B, A and B, and B and C. We're going to make two. So take your two A and B and two of your B and C, and we're going to make a rhombus. And then you're going to take your B and C. B is right angle is going to be upper left. Take your C and E. E's right angle should be bottom right. So that together. See, when I'm recording this, I could just edit out all of the little oopsie doodles that I do. But what's the fun in that? I'm not perfect. I definitely make mistakes. So I feel like if it's going to happen, let it happen to me. All right, so we're going to take our B center blocks and we're pressing towards fabric C. And then we're pressing up on our C center towards fabric E. All right, and then take your two sets of blocks and you're going to place the B center to the left of the C center. You want to make sure that you basically make trapezoids like that. And your seams will nest, right? Oh, I pressed it the wrong direction. Okay. So your seams will nest. And you're going to make two of these. Hot fabric is hot. In case you didn't know. I know, I'm just like delaying the end of the video by chatting. My apologies. Okay. That nested seam felt a little off, but if it's not perfect, it's fine. Okay, so this is the last one. We are done. All right, so we are going to press towards fabric B, so it would be pressing towards the left. I feel like that got a little short on one side, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, that is block 4B for clue 4. My goodness. This is awesome. Okay, so yeah, I hope to see you again in clue 5. I hope you hung out with me and you had a good time learning from all of my mistakes. Read your legend, that's for sure. And I will see you next time for Clue 5. Have a great sewing day. Bye.